Oh boy, that sun is. Ooh. So I didn't do anything about that for you guys. Sorry.
It's been worse.
Is that coming through the shade? Like that? Well, just stand right there. It fixes the problem. He
You
doesn't
have to
have his
DM
headset
from
on.
there.
Does that help a little?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks for waiting, everyone. Is anyone not ready?
Ready, boss?
Wonderful.
You're still muted on the screen.
Just kidding. No, it's not.
I'm ready. You know.
Okay. Oh, and then TJ, did you have a chance to watch those 20 minutes?
No. But did we take a long rest?
Nope.
Nope.
Medium rest, though.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
You're gonna die.
I should look at.
Oh wait, I'm in front. I am gonna die. Oh no.
Don't worry, Diadra's got a plan. Or rather, a panic move.
No, you don't. You're like 100 feet away from me. You're. Yeah, actually.
Bartleby's fine.
75 feet away from me.
Garrick's not bad. Diadra isn't bad. Could be better.
Could be better.
Oh.
Kimbo's doing great. And Professor's hanging in there.
Yeah, I really
Nobody's
should
on
use
death's
one
door
more
already.
hit die on the rest. I wasn't quite full, and then I got fucking punched.
All right, everybody. Somebody's not in Watch Together yet.
Oh, that was me. Sorry.
I've been sitting here waiting.
I'm so sorry, Matt.
Oh, I really could do better. But I always have one more armor class than I have on my sheet. So.
One more armor class than you have in your sheet?
I don't know what you meant by that either.
One more point in my armor class.
She means she's cheating.
Oh, okay.
There's several things on my sheet that have one more point than they show.
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right, guys.
You know you can set your temp AC to +1.
It's not failure as a cause of most risks. It's monitoring. Our observability solution gives you the ability to detect, investigate, and remediate problems through application.
What are we watching
To
here?
allow you to achieve.
Is this an ad on Watch Together that some people are watching?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're.
This again.
I was gonna say I didn't get the ad.
Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't.
Well, you're just not important enough to be targeted
Oh, I'm sorry.
in their demographic.
When last we gathered, after exploring the forgotten ruins of Axholm Fortress, clearing out the final bit of infestation and making it somewhat ready for the incoming refugees, the Phandalinians trekking across the hinterlands towards what had previously been an undead lair and is now still kind of an undead lair, but without the undead in it. And now there's a fire started, and I believe some people even did some sweeping up of some old gnawed-on dwarf bones. So by the time you saw them coming your way and went to help guide them up to the fortress, their bastion of safety against the dragon that had already taken so much from them and their homes, you felt a bit of pride in making ready for them. And as you interacted with your older and newer friends leading the refugees, you began to help guide them up towards the waiting hearth and Kimbo brewery kidding. And Professor White Pebble began to enjoy himself to the best of his abilities, including an ability from his new dread helm and billowing cloak. That, yes, Kimbo, he did get that out of the
Oh, yeah.
bag of holding while you were looking. Sorry about that.
No, he asked for it.
Yeah, I was gonna wrap the mirror up in it.
Yeah, he said he
Stole
told me
it.
to wrap the mirror up, and then he went up into his rope trick so nobody could take it from him.
Trail.
I have to admit, I was expecting something more exciting based on the melodrama around it for literally 5 months. But
What they discovered, Kimbo, was in fact the cloak is a cloak of billowing, which means that with one bonus action, you can make the cloak billow however you see fit, as if by a rough wind.
That's literally all it does.
Nice.
And so, in a positive, hopeful moment of moving the refugees inside, as many of them moved across the causeway, or not the causeway, but the gauntlet into the fortress itself. Only a few stragglers still moving up the hill. Did you feel a chill come over you? And at first, maybe you thought it was a chill of satisfaction, a feeling of pride in a job well done. But then you realized that it was altogether too physical for that. And you noticed as the path around you and the slim vegetation along the mountainside began to take on a frosty, crystalline nature. And that's when you noticed the beating of wings, when Professor White Pebble suddenly realized that up against the twilight sky, that was not a moving outcropping of rock above him. It was the silhouette of Cryovane, Dragon of Ice. And that is where we pick up. As you can see on the map, you have a little further to go. A dozen or so refugees are making their way when suddenly you hear, besides the beating of the wings, the air rapidly being pressed around 30 feet wide leathery scales. You also hear, as the toothed maw opens wide, a sound like a mixture of an avalanche and 1,000 icicles crashing to the ground at once as the dragon lets out a roar. And we're going to start with Professor White Pebble and Diadra making wisdom saving throws for me.
Ready. 19.
not a magical effect, yes. Or yes,
Correct.
a magical effect. All right. 18.
If it's cold damage, I take half.
With an 18 and a 19, you all feel the rush of cold air move across you and hear this roar bounce back and forth through your skull. And the two of you, Professor, as you come to your feet and look up, grit your teeth and prepare to do what you must do, undaunted, unafraid of the dragon's roar. Professor White Pebble,
Good time.
you are the closest to the dragon as it descends down towards, from the mountainside, looking up the mountain, it descends towards you there. You react first. What would you like to do? It flaps its wings against the air about 80 feet above you, but descending.
I'd like to. Yeah, we'll do that. I'd like to start my turn by casting Expeditious Retreat, which gives me the option to take dash as a bonus action. It's also a first level transmutation spell, so I can convert my stone to transmuter stone to resist cold damage. And then I'm going to yell up at Cryovane with my glowing eyes and say, something.
Off to a strong start here.
Something heroic.
Hey! You think you can get past me? And proceed to dash straight away from the rest of the people, somewhere over, perhaps to the right. Or south.
Is there more
Trying
this
to
map?
draw the dragon's attention away from the villagers.
You're heading up the hill, you said? Or where?
I'm debating. It's a long freaking way up the hill. So the keep is up past
Yeah, just past where
Garrett.
Carrick is the entrance to
Okay.
Axe Home.
and the dragon is coming down towards
Yeah.
me or down towards the villagers.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm realizing I put you on the rock as kind of a funny joke, but in reality, you're actually, just because the rock was drawn in the map, but
Yeah.
in reality, you're actually more like right there. I don't know if that helps your perspective at all.
All right. Well, we'll give this idea a shot. So I can get somewhere up here. Does that sound reasonable? I don't know that I've got much else to do except to keep trying to draw the attention of the dragon towards me and away from everybody else.
What's your walking speed?
25.
25. Okay.
And since I used
Dash gives you double in and of itself,
right.
so that's 50. But doesn't expeditious? How does expeditious retreat work again? I'm sorry.
It lets you take dash as a bonus action. So.
Okay,
Running,
so you cast it as a bonus action and dash
Cast
on
it
your
as
first
a-
turn.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, cast it as an action and dash is my bonus. Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, you don't get 100 feet on your first turn, I guess is my ultimate question.
No, I can do that second turn.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so we're getting to, as you see, Diadra, as you take note of Professor White Pebble standing up, this diminutive wizard figure that you've known to have his little wizard hat and his many pockets, now stands up, cloak roiling in the cold from above and the dread helm atop his face as he begins to sprint as fast as his little legs can move. And just you see his glowing red eyes sprinting up and moving past you on a mission. So, Diadra, you're the next closest. How do you react?
Immediately she starts panicking because nobody else needs to die. And so she sees Professor trying to run and draw him away, but that's her job. She's supposed to keep him safe with her shield. So she just yells back at him and just says, Professor, just get everybody inside! And dashes back down the hill towards the dragon.
Okay, so he's way up higher above you, and moving down the hill isn't really going to get you much closer to him if you can imagine the three-dimensionality of it.
Right.
As he's kind of swooping down towards you. So you could maybe move like 10 feet to be closer towards him, but you don't have to run way down the hill or anything.
Yeah, but she wants to get its attention away from everybody else.
Okay, so you're trying to move away from everyone. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and move where you like then.
I have 60. So we're gonna go here. And she's basically just gonna start like banging her sword on her shield, just trying to make as much noise as possible and get its attention, looking the opposite direction.
Okay. The rest of y'all and everyone, Carrick, you see as you're kind of getting people through and we're getting ready to head into Axholm itself, back to Kimbo, you see all of this unfolding, and the dragon is now only a little higher than you are up the path, but a ways down from you. And Bartleby, you're suddenly just walking amongst everyone and chuckling to yourself about how well things went with the professor and Halia, and probably still thinking about Halia. That's up to you.
Is that Halia next to me?
No, Halia has gone on. She's on the path. She's not in the map. She wanted to get up and help lead the way and be a bit of a, be able to take credit where she could for finally reaching safety. So while she does that, you just hear that beat of wings and turn around. And then Kimbo, as you see people come streaming in through the front gates, and hear the many footsteps and the muttering and the conversation, suddenly you hear, even all the way up and inside the fortress, the thunderous roar, and everyone goes quiet. And that's when you can choose to do what you would like, but after we're all going to go ahead and roll initiative now. So, Bartleby, what will it be?
God.
Oh, I have advantage on initiative.
5.
That's a little better. 17.
I haven't gotten a good one in like 10 sessions.
– 17 for Adra, 5 for Bartleby. Eric?
21.
Kimbo?
20.
Professor?
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay. Carrick?
Yep.
As you see the dragon and hear the roar and see the people freeze for a moment and then start to panic and start to move, and chaos begins to make its way up the hill towards you, you also see sprinting past them the fiery eyes of Professor White Pebble moving towards you. And you hear Diadra shout something to him, but you're not sure what. And you are up. Kimbo, you're on deck.
All right. I'm up. So there wasn't very much vertical difference between me and the dragon, right?
No, maybe 20 feet.
How far am I? 115. Perfect. So you know what I'm going to do to get us started off right? I'm going to shoot 2 arrows. And I'll think of something more creative later. Oof, that might be not good enough. 19 and 16.
As you draw back your bow with the first arrow, you hear panicked Fandalians running past you. One of them says, "Get yourself inside! You won't even be able to hurt that thing with those!" And you let loose anyway. What was the first arrow? I'm sorry.
19.
The 19 hits.
The 19 hits. Okay, well, it is going to be the force damage one. Ooh, that's good. 9 plus 4. 17 force damage.
You smack into it with unexpected power behind the arrow as you hear that sudden boom at the long range as the arrow builds and suddenly accelerates over time, and it's like a flash, and then the crack as it smashes into the scales for 17 damage, and you follow that up with another arrow right after that also smacks right into the side of it, but unaided by the magic, it just careens harmlessly off the thick scales, the thick white scales gleaming like ice in the twilight. Anything else on your turn?
I'm just going to, not going to hurt it. And then I'll take a couple of steps forward and call it good.
All right. And just to clarify, that was the 16 was a miss.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Kimbo is up.
So where am I on this map?
You are just up above where we can see and around the corner a little bit. You can use your action or your movement to get to the edge of the screen, inside the edge of the screen.
Okay, so I'm gonna pack up my stuff, but I'm gonna keep 2 bottles in my hand, and we're just gonna mosey on up and see what the hubbub's all about.
As you step outside, you hear people frightened. You hear some people even screaming, and one couple is like crying as they come past. As you step around the corner and see with your eyes for the first time the icy visage, and as the arrows from Carrick smack into its side one after the other, it just turns, and you see its teeth open and take in you both at the top of the hill. You're just gonna end right here. So go ahead, and what do you do with your action?
I am going to start to drink one of those bottles, and I'm gonna yell out, "Hey Bard," and throw him the other one. We're gonna need you, buddy.
Are we in an anime?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Right now, my eyes are this big with like tears of excitement that are statically shaking in the air.
Anything else on your turn, Kimbo? That was a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move. I'm just gonna move just beside Carrick there. I'm gonna just put my hand on his back and look at him. And then drink.
As you let fly those arrows, you feel the presence of Kimbo, the large presence, come up behind you before he puts his hand on your back and stands beside you.
There you are, pal.
Good
As
shooting.
that happens, Cryovane flaps his wings and begins to move in your direction.
Spoopy.
And you hear a voice on the wind like a blizzard when the snow has dampened all sound around you, and all you hear is this voice echo in your direction. You think you can hurt me? And he kind of grins, you see, as he approaches. And he's going to fly right on past Professor Whitepebble. As this happens,
Oh, he wants to play.
some of the commoners moving upwards have gone on past you. And then some that were stuck there freeze for a moment at the edge, teetering at the edge of the cliff, and actually start to move back down away to try to get out of the path as the dragon sets his eyes on Carrick and Kimbo. And as it moves towards you, it roars again, finishing its sentence with an exclamation point. And I need a wisdom save from Bartleby, Carrick, and Kimbo.
Ooh. Okay. Wisdom save. 18.
22.
Okay. You all hear the roar, but remain unaffected by it, undaunted.
Just stand there drinking while like my cloak and everything just in the wind. Just
As you take that drink, all you see is the head and the wings as it descends. And its wings pick up in a flurry as it moves in close to you. You stand there. Carrick, you've just lowered your bow. Oh, there's a lot of dice. Suddenly it swipes past you with its claws. Does a 17 hit?
Yeah.
You feel the claw pain, but almost more searing and concerning is the way your whole body just goes frigid for a moment. You take 11 slashing damage. And no, that's it. 11 slashing damage. As it swings by, its tail swings around and whips down towards you, Kimbo. That is a 25.
oh yeah, it is.
Play.
You feel the chill wash over you. You're already up in a mountain pass a little bit. It's not exactly as warm there as it is down below in the plains, but it feels like midwinter suddenly as the tail whap swings around into you're not unformidable frame. It bludgeons you, smashes you backwards for 13 damage, and you're going to be pushed up against the wall. Goliath slamming into the stone. And with that, it is Diadra's turn. Bartleby, you're on deck.
She's already like panicking more that she couldn't get its attention, and now people are in danger. So she's going to just dash back and I guess that's really all she can do. Yell at the professor. Be like, rope trick! Rope trick! Everything I was gonna say just left my head, so she's just gonna like focus on the dragon and be freaking out.
Anything else on your turn?
I don't think there's anything else we can do.
Okay. Do you do anything or say anything to the commoners that you're kind of running past?
Follow the professor! Don't try to go past it!
They're like briefly broken from their stupor and begin to move up the hill. You hear a couple of them mutter, "Is that little monstrous thing a professor?" And it is Bartleby's turn. The dragon has now swept on up past you all and is turning around. Some 30, 40 feet above the ground.
Mm-hmm. I've been saving something for his scaly ass. I do mean specifically his ass. Scaly. My 1 charge 4th level enchantment given to me from my magical dagger called Dominate Beast. And I'm gonna cast it. Virtual tabletop not found. Great. Okay. So we're just gonna say it.
I could be remembering wrong. I'm thinking to cast that you have to land an attack with it.
Let me read it.
Always a good
Read
decision.
your spells.
Oh no, I did. I just didn't see that.
No, I could be remembering wrong.
You attempt to beguile a beast that you can see within range.
Does it say on the dagger? Well, yeah, when you land a melee attack with this weapon, you can expend 1 charge to cast Dominate Beast.
But it has a 60-foot range. How
The
could it
spell
have
does.
60-foot range if I have to lay in a melee?
Because you're not casting the spell like normally. It's part of the magic of the dagger. So when you actually land that blow, then you have that ability within the dagger itself to extend out your magic control.
All right. Well,
Sorry for the confusion there.
you gotta go.
You can try to throw it, but it is a dagger, so if you miss, you'd have to like go pick it up again and things like that. Heads up.
There's only a few moments in this entire game that I've tried to really look cool, and every time this is pretty there's been a caveat.
We all know that's a party pooper.
I mean, read the fucking thing about the thing, shit, thing.
I'll go ahead and give you another thought here. When it comes to something that's like flying around, you can hold your action for when it comes within range. The only downside of that is if it doesn't come within range on its next turn, then you'll have another turn and you'll have wasted that action.
No. I'll save this anyway. In case it works better, with more damage, something like that. I'll just do a classic firebolt.
Classic.
At
Yeah, melt his ass.
Wait a second. Oh yeah, it's a cantrip. Yeah, I'll do that. 2 d10s. Right? Or do I roll the hit first. 16.
Matt's muted.
I'm sorry. As you go to throw, he turns his angle of his 180 in the wind in the air, and it just barely misses between his tail and wing as he turns his profile.
Well, that just makes me gotta pee. Wait, hold on. Let me. Okay, I will. Where is it? Where did I put that old thing? I will throw Bardic Inspiration over to Carrick. And with that, I cede my time, Mr. Chairman. I will go.
Good luck, have fun.
I will.
I believe in you.
Just as you're starting to feel left out, Carrick, with Kimbo taking a drink and Bartleby sipping down below, you get that taste of fruity pebbles in your mouth and know that you are not forgotten. And with that, it's Professor White Pebble has gone sprinting up the hill, only to see Cryovan come soaring past him with a roar and just split right between, send Kimbo up against the wall and gash Carrick. And as you ran up the hill, Professor, you reach into your pouch and find the Arkenstone, and as you extend out your transmutation magic into it, you feel first the cold just overwhelming momentarily as he swoops right past you, and then as quickly as it comes, it goes, and it just gets sucked into, and instead of a chill, you actually feel like a warmth extend out into you from your transmuter stone. It's your turn.
Well, time to pull what we masters of transmutation like to call a double D. It's a double dash. With Expeditious Retreat, you can take dash as your action and your bonus action. And dude's about to go screaming up this hill, just shouting at each person he passes, "Inside! Inside! Get them inside!" At about Mach 100. So that's like, I'm shooting to go straight up the wall to the left of the gate and up to the chimneys where Kimbo and Carrick first entered the building, with about 45 feet of motion past the edge of the map.
Okay, as you just burn a path past everyone else who can't help but kind of pick up their pace as they see your diminutive form just motoring by, you take your momentum and just spring right on up that hill, and you feel a bit of your gnomish ancestry come into play as you become briefly one with the mountain, and carry your momentum upwards. So go ahead and roll for me a acrobatics check with advantage.
$21B. At 20 on the second roll.
With an at 20, you find yourself up above the gatehouse and on a plateau where it has leveled up, and you see just 15 feet away your eyes glowing red turn and spot the small crevasse where you know the chimney to be. Anything else?
No, one more turn. I got this. That's Professor mumbling under his breath. I got this.
You've now moved up and out of the battle map. You are up and to the right, and as this happens, the Fandalians can continue on their way. And we're back around to Carrick.
Okay. So, I'm going to yell Everybody get inside. And then I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on the dragon. Just to mark him, so I don't lose him. Shit, I forgot it. Oh well. And then I'm gonna fire 2 more arrows at him. Wait, is this counting melee? Is like he considered in melee range now?
No,
he
he has
passed
gone
us?
on past you, and he's swooping back around towards you now.
Okay.
But he's still a good 35 feet away.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna fire 2 more arrows at him. That's a natural 20, 29, and a 24.
Those both hit.
Nice. Okay. So it'll be... It's double dice, right? Or double the dice. God damn it. I forget it every time.
Yeah.
Double dice. Okay. That'll work. 12, 13, 14, 22. Yeah, 22 piercing damage.
Okay, you guys can't see the hit points on that thing, can you?
Not presently.
Can you see the dragon at all?
In
Yeah,
the
for them, yeah.
combat?
Okay.
Yeah,
He's like half
flipping.
on the map.
Thanks. All right. Sorry. Tell me that damage again.
22 piercing damage.
All right. 22. As it lumberingly turns around and flaps once towards you, you just slam right into the shoulder. And you see the scales just kind of splinter and reflect the twilight setting sun back at you as he just comes roaring towards you, and also towards the people trying to make their way past you now.
That means I didn't think that through.
Kimbo
crap.
is up.
You guys got its attention up there.
Did you have anything else, Carrick?
Nope.
Okay, so this dragon's like 20 feet in the air right now.
Or at least.
Yeah. How big is this cliff that I'm up against?
The cliff extends up above you some. It's kind of, actually, you're not even sure. It just keeps going. You can't tell from where you are. It's at least 60 feet, could be 200 feet from your angle. You can't tell.
Can't tell. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Okay, so if this dragon is 20 feet high, I can jump and grab it if I use my Step of the Wind.
As it swoops down in your direction, you can try to hold your action and hope that he comes close enough for that. How does
Okay,
Step
so-
of the Wind work with your jump again? How does that?
It doubles it.
Doubles your jump distance.
Yeah.
So if it gets to within 20, you're going to try to jump up and grab on?
Well,
Or
let's
you
do
tell me.
some flavor here. So he's got 4 arrows sticking out of him, right? And he's banking?
There's, you landed 2 more as it was coming towards you, right?
Yeah.
So it's got 1 on its right flank below its wing. And then it's got 2 more sticking out of his shoulder above his wing.
Okay. So I would like to make a run at him. I gotta do some math here. Some math. I got 60 movement. I need him to take at least 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll run 20 feet. And then I'll do my high jump, which is equal to my 3 plus my strength modifier. My strength modifier is... I think it's 3. 3. So I can jump 6 feet up. Double that. 12 feet up. And then I can reach, it says, for 1.5 times my height.
Okay.
So I'm 7 foot-ish. Big 6 foot. So that's 7 plus 3.5. So that's 10.5. So I can jump and reach 22.5 feet.
Okay.
So that's what I want to do.
Okay, you're gonna try to jump up and what? Grab onto the arrows. On
Grab
the shoulder?
onto one of those arrows that Carrick purchased into this dragon.
All right, so you're holding your action for that.
I could do it.
You use Step of the Wind. He's still a ways up. You're gonna try to run up to him and meet him there on his
Yeah,
way in.
like,
Okay, I got you.
If he's 20 feet in the air, then I can grab him. If I
All right,
step
so
of the
you
wind
kind
there.
of meet him as he's heading down the hill about here. Then
Yeah, face to face.
he's swooping in and basically just a strafing run over these commoners, but his eyes have set on Carrick. And I would like you to roll me an acrobatics check.
Yeah, that's fair. 15.
With the 15, Carrick, as you let these arrows fly and you see them slam in and you see the scales just shatter there at his shoulder, and the dragon continues flapping towards you, and as he opens his teeth in your direction, you see the figure of a Goliath come sprinting in out of the corner of your eye, out of your peripheral vision, until it jumps upwards in between you and the dragon and grabs hold onto 2 elven arrows
Yeah, he did it.
hanging astride the swooping form of
Oh,
Cryo.
damn. That was sick.
That's my
As-
movement.
And your bonus action for Step
No.
of the Wind? Or is that
Oh,
your
yeah,
action?
and my bonus action for Step of the Wind. Yeah.
Okay. Now, okay, so normally to get up there and to make that move to try to jump and grab would be an action. What else do you want to try to do?
I want to get on its back and grapple it with some rope. Just so I can hang on.
Hog tie a dragon.
Okay.
Nice.
So how are you going to try to do that with a rope?
So I want to see, like, so I'm hanging on this thing. I want to try to grasp up a little bit more so I can get a hand free and kind of see if I can rope him around the head.
Okay. I will allow it, but you're going to have to make a...
Animal handling.
In this scenario, you can do either a Constitution saving throw or a Dexterity saving throw, as he
Oh.
buffets, and one of his wings, his thick shoulder blade, comes up and tries to knock you off.
Okay, we'll do a dex save. Oh, Luke's rolling all the time. I can't see. Because I think I get a good little buff with my Step of the Wind with dex saves. I think I get like advantage on dex save with Step of the Wind.
There's another ability that gives you evasion. Is that what you were thinking of?
No, I think it has something to do with the dash or something. I was reading it, but I'll just go because I got a good save thing on my dex.
I don't see anything about Step of the Wind. Evasion
was
is
like-
a 7th level ability.
Yeah, I
increases
think it was
your-
if I took dash as a, or not dash, dodge as a bonus action, then I get it. But I got a 17 on my dex save.
I'm not seeing anything about that.
This one, when you take dodge, you focus entirely on avoiding attacks. Start your next turn. Attacks are rolled at disadvantage. You make dex saving throws with advantage.
Is that a feature of dodge or
Yeah.
patient defense?
Dodge.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if I take Step of the Wind, it doubles my move. It doubles my jump, and I can take something as a bonus action.
Disengage or dodge, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll just go
Or I'm sorry,
Dodge.
disengage or dash, not dodge.
disengage or dash. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. You have to do patient defense instead to get the dodge. But I didn't know the dodge
Oh.
did that, so I learned something today.
Yeah. Crazy, eh? Dodge. But yeah, I got 10 plus 7, 17.
17. Okay, you hang on and lash out your rope and try to wrap it around the neck. It comes back up. You grab it. You now are the dog who has caught the car. And there's not as much you can do with this rope, but you can hang it. You're hanging on. You're holding on.
Oh my
as
gosh.
It's like you've knelt down on top of a frozen lake, completely naked. You just feel the cold energy radiating up between your legs as this shining scales, ice scales extend up in front of you, and the horned head at the top. Out from you another 10 feet or so. And it is Cryobane's turn.
Uh-oh. I'm in danger.
This is fine.
As this creature of instinct, it's an intelligent being, but as Professor maybe knows from his studies in the past, a white dragon is less about the long game strategy tactics and more of almost a feline hunter, and its reflexes are intense. As Kimbo, you feel yourself suddenly thrown to the right, and you hang on with the rope as he catches out of the corner of his eye the movement of the professor, and unsure what to do with the Goliath that's just jumped onto his neck, his focus on Carrick and on the group of people below him wavers for a second and is challenged by that movement as Professor goes scaling up the rock wall. And he's going to suddenly turn, and with just a powerful flap of its wings, he screams back up the cliff face towards the Professor. Kimbo astride. And as he rises up to the level of the Professor, he's going to extend a 30-foot icy blast of cold breath towards the Professor. And Professor White Pebble, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. As you hear the roar and you turn just to see this wall of frost and ice tearing up the surface of the mountain in front of you and roaring towards you until it hits. And instantly you're in a blizzard as you clutch the Arkenstone flame.
So, screaming back, holding the stone out in front of me, I roll a beautiful 13.
Sorry, say that again. You screaming back, what was it?
Yeah, holding the Arkenstone out in front of me, screaming back at the dragon who's screaming at me. I roll a 13.
Diadra, you just see the silhouette of the dragon extend up the cliff face, and flapping fiercely, just a tiny little silhouette of the Professor as he extends out that transmuter stone. And what would have been wait, let me see that. Where is that? Sorry. That's resistance to cold damage, is that right?
Yep.
What would have been 45 cold damage, you see it just begins to, at first, like, it slams up against a wall, and then it continues to press past, and you see the blizzard consume the Professor until ice hanging off of all of his clothes, his beard standing there extended out. The Professor absorbs as much of that blast as he can, and immediately you feel a warmth begin to extend down your arm. You take 27 points of cold damage and begin to thaw right away as that transmuter stone flashes into your mind in this frigid moment, this absolutely terrifying cold. You find yourself thinking of a warm hearth and a dry red wine. As you begin to thaw. As it finishes its cold breath, it flaps there, staring at you, and lets out a roar, not quite as fearsome as it had been. Now, with a Goliath atop him, with arrows sticking out the side of his huge frame. It's somewhat more concerned than it was when it initially descended down towards the helpless citizens of Phandalin. And it is Diadra's turn.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna use my first action to dash again. Which gets me there.
Okay.
So close.
So you're running past the commoners, the Phandalins,
Yep.
Phandalinians. All right, they're going to continue running up as well.
They're all so fun. Marcus left. Want to use my action surge? I'm gonna throw my hand axe at it.
Bitch.
Okay.
Are you using action search? I don't know how you do that.
No, I can't use that as a bonus action, can I? I always forget that.
No, are you talking about offhand? Two-weapon fighting?
I think so.
Yeah. But I want my
I think you have to make an attack with
Yeah.
your primary action.
But I don't want to use action surge yet. So that's gonna be it for now. I'm gonna just taunt it, just yell at it.
And you see around you as you run up and go sprinting past that you're moving past. Some of the commoners have made their way up to the front of the gate, or the turn into the gate, and up off the battle map here. But more still are like, do we keep going up there where it is? Like, and they're just kind of hesitating, frozen there.
Okay.
Not literally. Yet.
Yet.
Yeah. I guess I'll kind of yell at them and direct them, be like, you've gone this far, we'll keep it on us. Just go around. Carefully.
Okay.
Just
Bartleby is up. Professor is on deck.
All right. How far above me is he again?
He's up about, what did we say that was, 35, 40 feet up above the gate. Maybe even a little higher than that, because he's kind of looking down at Professor Whitebubble a little bit.
Yeah.
So let me see where you were on that too. So yeah, from you, he's even farther up. He's probably 55 feet up. Somewhere between 50 and 60. Roughly.
All right.
There's crossbows inside. Giant
Oh,
crossbows.
yeah. Oh boy.
What's the range on magic missile? Somehow I did not write that down.
I can tell you in just a second. Don't have it equipped, but I have it in my book.
120 feet.
All right, I'm gonna cast a level 3 magic missile. That's 5 d4s plus 1.
So you're shooting 5 darts?
Yep.
Okay, then you plus 1 for each dart.
Yeah.
Plus 5. Yeah.
And so then add 5. So 18, but then first. I do have to do a hit roll for that, right? Say no.
Nope.
Yeah.
Only way to block magic missile is with the shield spell.
Tell us how that looks as you send these 5 magical bolts just extending out. What's Bartleby look like?
I turned around and bent over and put my hands between my legs to make it look like they're shooting out of my ass. And I farted as I did it. And then as they were on, I turned around and screamed out, "Quit grinding on my dick, biatch!"
They slam into the back of the dragon, and you just see like a puff of like cold snow, like air just come up on the scales where you slam into them, and you hit for what was 18 damage.
18.
All right. Anything else?
Well, hold on, let me open the thing. Where's the thing? Where'd the thing go? Okay, what note is that? Okay. I'm going to sing a high G note so that I can send Professor White Pebble an advantage roll for his next roll of any kind, but it can only be the next roll, should he choose to use it. And that is my bonus action.
You hear this shrill, piercing note come up from below, and you're not sure, but you think you see a couple of the scales on the armored hide of the dragon in front of you just crack under the weight of the note.
Glasses all the way back in Phandalin have shattered.
And it is sorry, it is your turn, Professor. Carrick, you're on deck.
All right. So, is an intimidation check a action?
Try to intimidate the dragon.
Can I use Tasha's mind whip to do an intimidation check? Or an intimidation check as a bonus action while I cast Tasha's mind whip as an action.
So, what are you trying to accomplish by trying to intimidate it?
Basically, I'm just trying to convince it that it should leave the villagers alone. I'm trying to think, because it could basically be like trying to convince it that I'm the real threat, or it could be trying to convince it to leave alone.
More of like a taunt.
Everybody. Yeah, a taunt. Sure, we'll go for the taunt. That seems like a reasonable thing to do.
To
Don't
try to
really
keep its
wanna
attention on you?
Yeah, don't really want to chase it off as Kimbo is still on the dragon. The dragon flies away. Kimbo's never been seen again.
He solos.
Okay, if you land a Tasha's Mind Whip attack, I will let you use your bonus action to also to use that access that you get, that psychic energy connection. If you can make it, you can use that with your bonus action to also try to taunt it and get his attention to come down on you. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll cast that puppy. It's int 15 save. It's not an attack roll.
Yes, thank you. Cryovane fails. So you connect psychically to the creature for a moment, to this monstrosity in front of you. It's suddenly just your mind and his mind. And you lash out for 3d psychic damage, right?
3d6, which rolled
3d6 psychic damage.
Yeah.
3D psychic damage.
3d psychic
3D.
damage.
It's blood red.
It's really strong on the visuals. You know, it's like those mushrooms that tricked Bartleby into eating earlier. And so I'm going to whisper into Cryovane's mind. Cryovane, you witless worm. You never should have come here. If it's me you want, come at me! And I'm going to use Bartleby's inspiration, me doodad, to re-roll that nat 1 in intimidation check.
Wait. I'm gonna give it to you with advantage as your dread helm and your ice-covered form has already begun to melt in front of him, and you stand there with the transmuter with the Arkenstone out in front of him, out in front of you, and your red glowing eyes. That's absolutely, and you've already made that psychic connection, so that's absolutely advantage.
But it's already an advantage that I gave him. So are you just giving him a second advantage?
What's that?
The thing that I give people is specifically an advantage.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was not
Just
help
make it
action,
double
but-
advantage. I mean,
I was
I've got the
thinking-
helm and I've got the blessing, and it's an intimidation check.
3
Just-
rolls.
Yeah,
Roll 3
double
times.
advantage. Double advantage. Three rolls.
I just want
Oh,
to make
wait,
sure
really?
because that's never happened and that's dope.
So is 16 good enough, or should I use my inspiration too? Just roll 4 times on this one check.
It was a 15 DC.
All right. I wasn't actually asking you to tell me. I was contemplating out loud, but thank you. I will use that to not burn my inspiration.
I know. Good.
And I'm going to move that last 15 feet to the edge of the chimney and face the dragon with my heels hanging over the balcony, over the chimney, and that's it.
As you send out this message and it resonates in the skull of Cryovane, he lets out another roar. And charges Maw first, right after you. And where did you actually end up there at the end?
I was standing with my back to the chimney hole in hopes that if he knocked me unconscious, I would fall in. that was the thought process there.
What the fuck kind of thought process is that?
You guys are going inside.
They took care of the spiders.
If I get knocked unconscious, I'm just gonna fall 20 some odd feet.
Down a chimney. Yeah, that's the plan.
Just like Winnie the Pooh.
Kit will tell everybody where my body is.
Carrick, you're up.
I am up. I've gone through so many different plans, and none of them work now.
I know, right?
Beans.
The Rolodex is just...
So he's focusing on the professor. So I don't want to mess that up. So how about...
I shoot 2 arrows.
No, that might mess it up. Can I use the help action to try and, like, push some of, like, get some of the villagers into the freaking Axholm? Into Axholm, since they aren't moving?
Yeah, how do you try to help them?
How do I try to help them? I'm gonna be like, move, you fools! He's in the air! Get in the gates! And then I'll run to the farthest person. I'm gonna grab him and I'm gonna start running with him.
The one farthest behind?
Yeah.
All right.
Just grab a couple. I don't care who it is.
All right, so...
Just like, we're moving.
Momentarily frozen with what's going on up ahead, and hearing this roar, they see the dragon kind of move away from view over this cliff face up across the plateau towards Professor, and then they hear your voice, that those clear elven tones echoing out across the path, and they're shaken from their stupor and they begin to run. And 3 of them make it up to the gauntlet in front of the gate. These 2 reach the very edge, and these 2 here are right behind them. And then alongside you, you're going to get them all the way up to the edge with the rest of the group as well.
Okay.
And so you're hustling the rest of the group in. There's only a half dozen people still left from outside the cover of the cliff face and the gatehouse.
Okay.
And you're able to help them get a lot farther than they had been because of that.
Mission accomplished.
They latch on to some leadership.
All right.
Anything
Last
else?
I'm gonna yell at Diadra. Diadra, we got you that damn sword for a reason. Kill some dragons.
It's a Dragon Slayer sword, isn't it? I forgot.
Just swinging her sword up
It's a
in the
little
air.
hard. Yeah, I was about to say it's a little hard to do when he's like 40 feet up in the air.
Kimbo, drop the rope.
All right, Kimbo, it is your turn.
Okay, so I heard Carrick scream, "Kimbo, drop the rope."
Oh no.
I'm just gonna
It was a joke.
take
It
a
was a
breath
joke.
and say, "How about we drop the dragon?" And then bonus action rage.
You're.
And then we are going to. What's my best one here? I'm gonna pull out the staff with still holding on to the ropes, and I'm gonna hit him with the staff. For 28 to hit.
Miss.
Okay.
Just kidding.
So I just plant the staff like right on the back of his neck. That was one-handed, so I'll get the d6. For 10. And then we are going to expel a key point and see if we can stun him. Con 14.
That is a 19.
Dang it. We're gonna try again. Tap. Tap. For 24.
Hits.
And...
I'm sorry, how much was the first damage? I lost track of that.
Oh, I think it was 7. And this
Okay.
one's 6.
All right.
And then we're gonna key him up again and hopefully we can drop him again.
All right, you try to land another stunning blow.
Yeah.
Damn, you can do that twice in one turn.
I could do it technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times in one turn?
That's ridiculous. That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, every hit. So if you do like you hit him and then you do that stupid other one, Fury of Blows, you hit him 2 more times, there's 2 more chances. It's just silly.
I don't remember it working that way. Why?
We said we're not going to do it that way, and I'm only going to do it on my main one because it was silly.
Melee weapon.
So that means flurry
And
of
your
blows is unarmed. So that
unarmed strikes do count as melee weapon attacks, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I believe that's the case. So no, you can use it as much as you want, Kimbo. It's just you know, your key is your only limitation there. So you're good. So that's going to be another 15 save?
14.
14, okay. That is a nat 20.
Aw, boogers.
All right, anything else on your turn as you just begin to unload from above?
Just tapping. Tappa tappa. Oh, that's it. Just gonna hang on.
Imagining Kimbo up there just like wailing with one hand and holding on
It
for
usually
your life
works.
with the other one.
Why isn't it working?
working?
As Cryovane, with a roar, descends towards Professor, he suddenly feels the weight of the Golthius staff slam into his neck, And then as you pound upwards, reaching out for his skull to try to land a stunning blow up above, he roars again as his scales begin to splinter under the weight of your blows. His neck and for the first time, Cryovane feels exposed to the Barbaramonk Goliath on his back. And he suddenly, at the last second, swooping down for Professor, lifts his neck up and begins to thrash and flap his wings, and he's going to try to throw Kimbo off. So, Kimbo, I'm going to need you to make a strength saving throw to see if you can hold on to the rope, or if you're going to fall.
Ooh,
15
natural
feet.
1 on my first one. But because I'm raging, I have advantage on strength. And that was a natural 20.
What?
Holy shit.
What?
Natural 1, natural 20.
Oh
God.
my god.
You sure you're not rolling one of those? What is it? The high-low dice. There's like
Yeah.
3 1s, 3 20s.
Yeah, with the high variance.
High variance. Yeah.
Whew, good thing I raged. I was raging for the fall, actually.
He's going to, as he thrashes about and kind of stumbles up against the rock face, as the plateau moves back upwards at an angle, he's going to grab on with his right side claws, his right side claws, and try to reach back with his left arm, his left claw, and he's going to do so at disadvantage to try to reach back to you.
Good old reach around.
That's not what
That's
that
actually
means.
pretty good though. So that's going to be 26.
Oh, that hits.
And as he reaches around, he's not able to grab you with that claw. He just slashes across for 11 slashing damage.
Half that. So, do I take 5 or 6?
5. It's all melee damage that's halved, right?
Yeah, and I got it
When
up
you're
here.
enraged. Okay, so as he slashes with the claw, you then you hear a whistling sound as through the frosty air, his tail comes whipping up and around like a scorpion to try to knock you off. But that's also going to be at disadvantage. But I'm still rolling hot.
Oh boy.
So that is going to be 29.
Oh,
You're going to take 13 bludgeoning damage from that. And it's going to knock you 5 feet. It would be off the side, but you have that rope. So I'm going to need another strength save to see if you can hang on. Because you got that rope around him.
ooh, I'm rolling hot too, Maddie. So we got 18, 19 plus 6. So,
Whew.
yeah.
Whack! You are rocked to the side, but just grit your teeth and you kind of flex your biceps as you hold on even tighter and pull yourself even closer to the frigid exoskeleton below you.
A whip cracked with this frumpy tail.
Diadra, you see the more so just like a flurry of flurries. There's like snow and like steam coming up from above this plateau, and you see a wing and a tail, and you hear the battle happening above you, and you're up as Carrick begins to rush the rest of the Fandolinians in.
Where is its tail right now?
Its tail is just kind of up above the cliff face, about 40 feet up, and you can see it kind of just like whipping around and extending out briefly when it moves past the little plateau where Professor had set up on the chimney.
Okay. I really am not sure what to do. Other than just yell at it. And
How about picking up a couple of villagers? Like,
well, Carrick's already at this point, like, got him inside.
Get the rest of them inside. I got them halfway
Yeah.
there.
You see Carrick has helped move them closer, and a couple of them are inside. They're not all inside. There's a few of them kind of running around you as you're standing there looking up.
Well,
They're still very much in danger, just for what that's worth.
Pick up Bartleby and throw him at the dragon.
I'm for it.
Throw me!
Alright, well, I'll focus more on helping herd the Phandalinians inside. Like, yell at him, follow Carrick, follow Carrick! And like, herd with my arms and my sword and my shield out.
Okay. They feel a brief moment of almost extra adrenaline. They're already like terrified, so they can't actually be afraid of you. Just because of the context, like they would actually probably be really scared if they saw you standing there with your sword and your shield, like waving at them. But in the current context, it's just like overload. They don't even care. However, your instructions do cut through the fear, and between yourself and Carrick's efforts, you're able to get everyone around into the gauntlet. You're rounding the corner to the right and heading inside towards the gates as you go. So we're gonna get all these guys off the map. They're not quite safe in Axholm yet, but they're much closer. And anything else for your turn?
I think I'm gonna go ahead and use my second wind just to try to get my health up a little bit more before it starts focusing on me.
Your rallying call?
Yeah. Second wind with rallying cry. So using that on Professor, Carrick, and Kimbo.
Is there a range on that?
I think it's like 60. $60 feet.
Okay, so you can reach everyone with your voice, but you have to be loud. So what do you say to rally Professor and Kimbo up above on the plateau above you?
That's a good question.
Okay, that's where we're going to take our little break. And Diadra can have more time to think about what she says. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It's okay. Just letting you flavor it how you want to. And we'll come back in a few minutes here. But how late are we going tonight, guys?
What happened to 72 hours?
That's the spirit.
I have to work though.
Yeah, me too. But I don't want to. So.
Yeah, I have to.
Have to.
Took 2 weeks of vacation, so I'm like 2 years behind.
I am not the limiting factor here.
How's Carrick and Steve? Carrick and Steve. How's Bartleby and Jack doing?
I'm good to go till our normal time. Maybe even a little after.
I don't remember what our normal time is anymore, guys.
10 or 11 for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's about where I'm at.
Okay, about another hour.
Yeah.
Is okay for everyone. Okay.
So,
All right, sounds good. We'll take a little break then. I'm gonna check on the Wi-Fi and see you guys in a minute.
See
Be
you.
back soon. That was an instruction, not a statement of intent. That's not what you're supposed to do on vacation.
No. Yeah, we did 3 days at Disney World and 3 days at Universal. And then we just drove down, I guess, the coast for another week. So that part was relaxing and all right.
Cool.
Yeah, we checked in a hotel and like you have to close the balcony door, otherwise the air conditioner doesn't turn on. So I go outside, close the door, and I'm looking out at like the city and the ocean. And all of a sudden I hear this big boom. My daughter, she went to go run outside and she didn't know the door was closed. She fucking ran right into the.
Oh.
This big earth shattering boom, and then fuck. Face down on the bed. Of course, what do? You just laugh.
Man, I have personal experience with how painful that can be. When I was a kid, I was over at a friend's house and they had like a few weeks before installed a glass door that they didn't have before, and was trying to run in the front door. Bam! Ow! It hurts.
Yeah, she hit that thing so hard I thought she was gonna like push it off the rails.
Ouch! And she got some stitches out of it.
No, she got some stitches when she scraped her face on the bottom of the pool.
I've felt that.
What a stupid kid.
I've felt that one before. That one's not fun.
She was just like in the pool doing like the stupid somersault things where you're like in the water doing flips. She comes up and then Jess is like, Emma, are you bleeding? And she's got her face all scraped up.
Ow. I guess life's an adventure when you have a kid.
Yeah, children. They're the worst. Right, Steve?
I wouldn't know.
You don't want to know. Ask your dad. No, he'll lie to you.
No, I'm just kidding. I kind of would know. But he's
Ask
totally
that
ignoring me.
actress that you're calling your sister still. I don't believe she's real. Yeah, nice
If you'd been
photo
here for
dump
D&D
there on.
last week, you could have met her
Yep,
again.
it's true.
Oh, how convenient that I wasn't here, hey?
It's true. It's true. I mean, technically, we could probably just get in a Facebook call with her, but you know.
No, don't believe it.
Guess
Gonna
you'll
say I
just
wasn't-
have to come hang out and see sometime.
I'm always looking at flights, right? Like Chicago.
Chicago, Indy, all of the above.
Vancouver.
Always have a place to stay. After we find a place to stay, because otherwise you'd be staying in my room, so, you know.
Yeah, flying to Indianapolis is like a few $100 more than flying to Chicago.
Yeah, it is from most places, including Salt Lake. For some reason, I still don't comprehend. My brother refuses to fly into or out of Chicago. So one time I was flying home with him. There's a direct flight to Chicago for half the price. And he's like, no, I'm taking this flight that connects through freaking like Arizona, which is the wrong freaking direction. So I can fly into Indianapolis, that is a smaller airport that's 30 minutes closer to home. I don't know.
So,
Yeah,
well,
I
it's a
just
lot
look
more than
for
30 minutes, but
when I get flights, I'm either looking for shortest or whatever flight has the longest layover.
see, in all the flights I've taken, which isn't a ton, but it's several, I have never had one to Chicago be cheaper than to Indy, or even like less flight time, because it always connects anyway. So
That's weird.
it's always worked out.
Direct flights, Salt Lake to Chicago, a lot cheaper. And I don't think there's any or hardly any direct flights from Salt Lake to Indy.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, for me, I'm either coming out of Indy or coming out of Wichita. So, like, it's always going to connect somewhere, and then from there, it's just as cheap to go to Indy as it would be to go to Chicago.
Wait, Wichita to where? And then to Indy or Chicago?
Well, I've gone to, it's connected a couple different places. It's connected Atlanta, it's connected, Minneapolis, I think.
Are those both Delta hubs?
Yeah.
I think there might be.
Yeah, and I don't just strictly look Delta, but I prefer flying with Delta, and so far it's like worked out 90% of the time to be cheapest and fastest for the price.
So I'm finally back. Sorry.
It's okay. Wives are allowed to have time too, I guess.
Damn right.
I don't remember giving her permission to get sick though. So
You sound like Dad.
Diedra. What do those who battle atop the cliff face hear echo up to them?
She yells up. She yells, "Hold fast! We've almost got everyone inside! And then the real battle begins!"
Nice. So
Prof was feeling great in the middle there. That ending was not.
So with that, who heals what?
That's a good question. So
Barbara, you're on deck.
Carrick, Kimbo, and the professor each heal 6. And then I'm gonna heal. That's really sucky. 7.
Bartleby, you are up.
I need to get closer. So 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. And that'll be my turn, right?
I mean, that's your movement. If you have something you want to do.
You only have 20 feet of movement?
No, I have 30, but this is where I want to get to.
Okay. Yeah, that's your movement, so you still got your actions and bonus action.
Oh.
And you can always role play.
Role play. kind of game do you think this is?
Why can't we hear Jack?
Looks like his headset's not turned on. He doesn't have any lights on.
Well, he can hear us.
Oh, he's got a light on.
It still can't hear you.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh,
There.
Oh, there you go.
now I can.
Sorry to interrupt.
So how far away is he from me now, including height?
So he's kind of just up above the cliff face, kind of just out beyond your vision at this angle. And the cliff is about 40 feet up. And he's fighting with Kimbo and Professor a good 20 feet back from the edge.
Dug in there like a tick I am.
Gosh, I hate that.
You didn't even get any.
Preventative measures.
I am going to cast 3rd level Shatter. Virtual tabletop not found. Did it say things?
What is going on?
The-
Yeah. 13 damage cast on Shatter, which is a con save, right?
There's a crap roll.
It's a
Yes,
really
correct.
bad roll.
14.
Okay. Passes.
What a dick. Okay.
Does he still take half
Shatter.
of that?
Yeah, Shatter's a half.
Thank
Half
you.
on a save.
So that's going to be 6 damage as a few more scales that you can't see just kind of gets a little extra splintering through them.
What'd you
Feels
say?
it like
How do
that.
I want to do this? Is that what you said?
He feels it like a tingle up his spine.
I think I'm going to try tickling him next.
That's kind of what you did.
Tickle.
Yeah. All right. I will pass Bardic Inspiration to Kimbo.
Okay.
Remember, that is 1d8. 1d8, folks.
Kimbo, you
That's my
taste
inspiration dice, and I pull it out whenever you give it to me, so I remember I have it.
Nice.
you taste blood from the tail whip that tried to supplant you from his back, and then you taste bloody fruity pebbles. Professor White Pebble, you are up.
It's such a weird noise in my head.
That was strange.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
It came off weird in the headsets.
Yeah.
I was vibrating my sinus cavity. It was weird.
Jack said something earlier too. He just said like 2 words, and I was just like, that was like brain sex for me. I don't know why. I was just like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. It's like, oh,
That was them right there.
keep it together. Keep it together, TJ.
Uh,
Why do you think I liked
Do I still technically have my concentration, or did getting down to 1 health point from an icy blast break that? I don't understand the concentration rules.
Don't you make
I
like
need
a
you to roll a
concentration
D20.
saving throw?
A D20. Right.
and if it's 10 or above, you maintain your concentration.
11. All right. So I still have my expeditious retreat concentration.
Although
So I'm
actually,
gonna-
I think I don't remember. I could be wrong. In the future, that amount of damage could break your concentration, but we're gonna do it that way for now because I can't remember. So
All right.
you still have
So
it.
I'm going to go ahead and hold that concentration. And throw a firebolt cantrip at the dragon, which has a +7. Can I use Bardic Inspiration on attack? I can, right? Roll.
On your attack roll, yes.
Okay. Not on damage, but on
Correct.
attacks. That's a 14, which I'm pretty sure misses, so I want to use that from a couple turns ago. +8. Yeah, so 7, 14, and 8 is 22 to hit.
22 hits. And you see just a bit of like a rainbow alongside your firebolt as it smashes. Side of the dragon.
I really cannot roll. So 8, 7 is 15 damage from that. And I'm going to say, Kimbo, you hear that? They're almost safe. And I'm going to reposition using my expeditious retreat bonus action over to the edge of the entry. What's the
Okay.
gauntlet? Over to
The
the edge of the
gauntlet there.
gauntlet.
Now
Yeah.
that's like you're looking down about 40 feet.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Okay.
At the edge of the gauntlet there.
Just want to be closer to my allies at this point, since the citizens are nearly to safety.
All right. As you get to the edge there, you see just the tail end. There's about 7 of them running down the gauntlet right there. The last group that
Great job! Keep it up!
And Cryovane whips his head with like cracking speed towards you, and that it just bares his teeth and growls. It just growls in your direction.
It's no longer a word.
Growls in your direction.
Isn't that a Destiny character?
You think I care about them?
Our distraction technique may have worked too well.
Carrick, you're up.
Carrick is up, and Carrick is gonna move 25 feet there, and then fire 2 arrows. Ye old tried and true. Oh no! Oh, it was a nat 20, and then it just barely rolled over to an 8. Okay. 17 to hit, and then I'm gonna use Bardic Inspiration on that one. 14 to hit, so that one doesn't hit. Oh, wait, does 17 hit?
17 does hit.
17 does hit. Okay. So that's 2d6. 7, 10.
So did you use your Bardic Inspiration on that?
Yeah, on the one that missed.
Okay.
Still, because I rolled a 3 and then I rolled a 2 with the Bardic Inspiration. It didn't really help. Okay, so 14 force damage.
Your first arrow slams. Your second one unleashes in. As you see it just sail wide and bounce off the cliff face. You just taste like a chewy, like a soggy fruity pebble. It just sit in the milk way too long. And 14 force damage, you said?
Yes.
Thank you.
And that'll
Right.
be it.
Turns his fangs in your direction, and it is Kimbo's turn. Still astride Cryobane.
Okay, I hit him on the head again with the stick. Not 20.
Ooh.
As the steam rises with a hiss from Professor White Pebble's firebolt, and another arrow slams into his side, pure shadow descends on top of the dragon, and you see the darkness below you just bleed into the ice, and like a roiling fog, the cloud just rises up as the Golthius staff extends the damage down. How much damage does that nat 20 do?
I rolled max damage. So I'm nat 20 and then 2 sixes. 12
Nice.
plus 7. 19.
Damn.
And
19
stunning
damage?
strike.
You said 19?
Yeah, 19, and we're going to try to stun him.
All right. $22.
Ah, boogers. Well, we're going to hit him again. We're going to use Bardic Inspiration on that one. Uh, 11 plus... So 21. Thank you, Stevie.
21 hits.
Oh, for 8 damage. And then, yeah, we're going to try to stun him again. It's going to have to
Hopefully
work.
Nobody needs heals. Because the key points are gone. They're almost
Right.
gone.
It has to work.
So there's just like this roiling cloud of like icy fog and just like black shadow just rising up from the back of Cryobane, engulfing you to anyone who could see you, to Professor White Pebble, rising up off his back, and that is going to be a 13.
Yes! It worked! We're going down, motherfuckers!
Let's see here. Let me make sure. Do this right. Okay. So from the side of the cliff where he was hanging, he tumbles down the 15 feet to the plateau there below. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as his whole weight comes rolling down on top of you.
That is a dirty 20.
With the dirty 20, you just lean into the scales, and as he rolls. You shift your weight underneath, and he just kind of rolls on past you, and comes to his feet shakily, just kind of like shifting as he gets his claws underneath him again. He's fallen completely down to the cliff, the plateau there, and it is still your turn. You have more.
Got a bonus action, but how much damage did we take from falling? Was it high enough to matter?
It wasn't high enough to hurt either of you, actually.
Okay. What should I do with my bonus action?
Like I said, you guys were about 15 feet up.
I think that's it. That's all I can do. I guess I can unarmed strike him if I wanted to. But no, that's it. That's all I'm going to do.
You're not gonna unarmed strike?
No, I'm going to save that for something.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait. I want to unarmed strike him. I just want to slap him now. Yeah, just slap him.
Bad lizard. Bad.
19 to hit.
19 hits.
And 10 damage.
Okay. Now, as he rolls over on top of you, do you hold on to the rope and try to ride him up and stay with him, or do you go ahead and let him go and try to run up to him?
No, I hang on to that rope. That rope is part of me.
All right.
That's some ropes.
How much damage was it?
It was 13.
13, okay. And Cryovane is momentarily woozy. And you just hear just a low rumble forth as he tries to like clear his throat and deal with this new like semi-paralysis he seems to be feeling. This incapacitation.
Now's your chance, guys!
They're all down there.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's still like up on the cliff.
Oh, he's not on the ground? He's on the
Well, he's on the ground, but he's on the ground on the roof.
On the plateau up
Of
above
the-
the
Stronghold.
stronghold up above there.
Oh, so can you guys hit him?
Professor White Pebble is still up there with you guys, and if Carrick moves farther down the cliff path, he might be able to find an angle there to land an arrow. It's going to be kind of hard being 40 feet up and on a plateau like that.
Oh, we're on a plateau?
Yep.
Oh, dang.
Sorry for the confusion there. You and Professor White Pebble are up on this plateau where the
Chimneys were.
chimneys were, where that's where you rode him up to as he attacked at Professor White Pebble there.
Oh, shoot. I thought we were all in like the same little gorge here.
I'm sorry. The two of you are up there still. Bartleby, Carrick, and Diadra are down below.
Dang.
Basically, this fight is you guys are up off the edge of the map here. But he is stunned, and so he forgoes his turn. And it is Diadra's turn again. Because he's incapacitated.
I'm just gonna yell at him. Keep banging my shield as loud as I can. Either disorient or catch his attention and just yell at him. Be like, hey, ugly! You thought you could take all of us? You're still a baby! You got nothing on us! And just make a bad man.
Anything else in your turn?
No.
As you yell up the rest of the remaining Phandalinians make their way through the gate, which is standing there open.
Oh shit. Can I run around trying to start closing the gate?
You can.
I'm gonna do that.
Um, Sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the other map here. That doesn't look right. What am I missing here? Oh, okay. I was forgetting where the chimneys were on the upstairs floor. And okay. Let me pull you guys over.
40 minutes? Question mark?
Is that loading okay for everyone?
Okay, I see.
So you guys are up above this. This is the main floor. You're up above the second floor. There's a chimney to drop
30 to
down
40.
somewhere over
30 to 40.
here-ish. You can see that thing.
The highway mostly.
And then Professor has ran over to the edge of the gauntlet looking down.
Oh, I goofed.
And I'm like I said, I'd take responsibility for that too. I'm sorry.
This
Make
makes
that
it
clear.
even more interesting.
And combat tracker's all messed up because I switched to the different scene. That's okay. Okay.
And the gauntlet's open to the sky up until the gate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good question. Okay. All right, sorry for the brief break there. Um, so at this point, it is Diadra has just gone. Is there anything else you're doing, Diadra?
I was gonna try to close the gate behind him,
Okay, so
but that might be a little far.
from where you are, I'm trying to think of where you kind of would have been. You were helping him in through the gauntlet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was the
So-
closest one.
So we'll put you like at the edge of the gauntlet here, and you see the gate. And so if you're gonna try to get inside there, it is a little bit of a hike to get around to close the gate yourself.
Maybe not.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. All right. Bartleby, you're up. Professor's on deck.
Trying so hard to think of interesting or fun or creative things I should be doing, but I kind of it's not much. I think I'm just gonna fire some more magic missiles at a level 2 for 4. So it's 4d4 plus 1.
Okay.
4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So then plus 4. 15. Let me mark that off. That's it. Yeah.
All right. 4 more magic missiles slam into his side as he staggers, still stunned, and it's Carrick's turn.
Oh, what about Professor?
I'm sorry, Professor's turn. Carrick is on deck.
Professor's gonna yell down to Diadra. Can you catch me if I fall?
I
And-
can try.
Without really waiting much to hear the answer, he's gonna summon a cloud of minute meteors and throw 2 of them at the dragon.
Okay.
So that's 1. That's annoying.
That's a dex save.
Dex 15.
He's done. Auto fails.
Auto fail or at disadvantage?
Got it right here.
Auto fails.
Auto fail.
How much damage does minute meteors do?
8 for one, 7 for the other, 15 total.
Okay.
And he's going to move a little bit further towards meeting Diadra halfway, still walking along the edge of the top of the gauntlet, but not jump down yet.
Okay.
And that breaks my concentration on the expeditious retreat, by the way. It's a
Okay.
concentration spell.
You got it. So, where do you move to? I'm sorry.
I'm trying to move. I was gonna go like to that second crossbow to the above me.
Okay.
Ish.
It's not letting you move?
No, I don't know why. Maybe. Oh, I think it's no. I know why. It was my fault. There.
Okay. Sounds good. So now it's Carrick's turn. Kimbo's on deck.
I can't hear you.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You're muted that
Gosh,
time.
dang it. Yeah, I was muted that time.
You can pull it away and let them know when it quits.
Okay. So Matt, you said that I could run far enough down the path that I could get a line of sight on the dragon, or no? Probably not anymore.
You can, but you're gonna have disadvantage because you're only gonna be able to see part of him. So he's gonna be basically in cover.
Okay.
So if you do move to the very edge and move kind of down just off the edge of the screen there, you could try to shoot arrows at disadvantage. But he's stunned,
stunned.
so it would be regular.
Oh,
It would
okay.
not be disadvantage or advantage.
I'm gonna do that. We'll give it a try. I'm not
The
gonna try.
stun cancels.
So we'll do that. We'll use
A crappy
dice
shot.
than last time. Okay. Oh, much better. That's a 28 to hit and a 22 to hit.
Those both hit.
Nice. 38, 12, 17, 25. Half of it is force damage. Bang, bang.
Splintering in, 2 arrows slamming again. And he just takes it and kind of like Kimbo and Professor see him just kind of like turn still completely out of his wits as more arrows protrude from these icy scales.
Oh, and to add intimidation factor, I turned my bow sideways to do it.
Oh!
That's actually the only way you're able to land the arrows. It's the angle. Kimbo, you're up.
We're gonna hit him twice. So one's for 25 to hit. And one's for 28 to hit.
Oh,
Yeah, those hit.
Yeah, we're gonna two-hand this guy now, since he's on the ground.
he's letting go of the rope. You heard
Yeah,
it.
I'm letting go of the rope. So we got 14 for one, and 11 for the other.
Okay.
And then I am going to. Can I bonus action tie his face up so he can't open his mouth?
That's pretty intricate handiwork for a bonus action. You can try to get the rope looped around him.
Okay, then we're just gonna forget it and then run over to the professor.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it.
All right. So, with a massive shake of his head, Cryovane finally gathers his wits. Arrows protruding from scales. There's still a cloudy mist that hangs over all of him as you move over to the professor. And he roars and just it trails off into a hiss of cold air. And for the first time in his young life, Cryovane seems to be feeling what mortals like yourselves would describe as fear. And
Just
he-
wait till we start opening him up emotionally.
That's your job, Bard. Get in there.
I got some questions about your mother.
Sing him a song that reminds him of his mother and his father that abandoned him. Tearing him real deep.
I bet there was no one there to see you hatch.
he's going to start to fly upwards. And he flies over the professor and over Kimbo, and turning sideways so that he's now facing straight down with his tail up in the air, he grasps onto the edge of the mountain rising up over the gauntlet. Off to the right side, looking down on all of you. He's now, from a few beats of his heavy wings, he's already made it a good 80 feet above all of you. And looking down, you hear like a lightning storm in a blizzard. He hisses and growls down to the rest of you. He says, I was given these hinterlands. You will not take them from me. And
You've given these what?
Hinterlands.
Oh,
in almost metaphorical fashion, he pushes off from the rock, and you see his tail just droop limply between his claws as he flaps once and then twice with powerful, just mighty beats of his wings, and he begins to soar away from the cliff and off into the darkening sky. And before he fades from view, you see his icy silhouette continuing to flap right towards what you all discussed last week, what you now know to be Icespire Peak.
Bastard.
You hear a and you look down. Kimbo and Professor look down and see the gates closed. Deirdre, you see the gates suddenly slam in front of you. And you hear echo out from the gauntlet off across the way from you guys. That should keep even a dragon out!
Well, that door's never opening again.
Yeah.
Man, take inspiration. Just don't use it against us.
You see Nihilus' little face peeking out from one of the arrow slits, looking around, seeing what's going on. And though he's back behind safe walls, dug in, you see a different sort of energy about him as he's eagerly looking out to see what's going on instead of cowering back in the corner. And you see it was himself beside the winch. The winch that closed the gate.
I'd say that was
Fun.
some approximation of successful.
Nobody died this time.
Maybe next time we'll kill him. No
That
one
was
can hear
fun.
me. I'm still outside.
Say,
Yeah, you
gathering like at the
I was just talking to
Gauntlet.
Kimbo, who was next to me, and maybe Niagara
Okay.
if she could hear me down below.
Maybe.
I say, Kimbo, any idea how we get down from here? I may not have thought this through very well.
Yeah, hop on, buddy. And then I just jump.
the 40 feet.
Is this what you
Slow
call a plan?
Jump with slow fall. As a reaction.
I think means you don't take any damage from this
I
height.
take 25 less,
Yeah, you're
and
good.
then you can half that because I'm still raging.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like you're cutting close. You see descend down in front of the gate there, Diadra, the form of a still shirtless Goliath, just like Superman floating down with Professor White Pebble in his arms.
That was exciting.
But it's interesting because it's not Kimbo that has a cape flowing behind him. It's the professor who's being held, whose cape is just epically. And that's pretty much where we're gonna leave off. Does anybody else do or say anything before we wrap up?
That was fun.
I vote for sleep. Lots of sleep.
Long
I
run.
voted for sleep before this. I vote for more sleep now. Jesus
Yeah,
fucking
I agree.
Christ.
If Nihilus will let us in. Are you sure you're not a dragon?
Broke into this place once, we could do it again.
And there's no spiders to stop us.
Jesus. That first hit with my cold resistance, 27 out of 28 hit points.
Yeah, after that, I was about ready. I was preparing to have to Misty step up to you to heal you.
It's amazing. If you didn't have that specific stone, you would have been.
Block of ice.
If I
Roll
hadn't
failing
changed it, it would have
arts
given me
that
con
saves.
save advantage. So I might have taken nothing, or I might have taken 4.
Oh, you were on con save advantage.
I was
before.
on con save advantage before, and I switched to cold resistance.
Well, you would have still taken half if you.
Oh, so I would have either been totally fucked or half fucked,
Yeah.
or just as fucked. Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely cold would have. Cold resistance was the play. Yeah.
you. Oh, for sure. For sure.
That hurt. Diadra is like, oh, only 7 heals. And I'm like, 7 heals? 7 is my whole health pool. After you
Well,
healed
it
me.
was for me.
7
It
is my
was
whole
7
health
out of
pool.
a possible 17. So
Okay. Oh, buddy. That was a weird encounter.
I rode a dragon.
Right!
I shot
Right is
some
a
arrows.
strong word.
That's amazing. I've had one encounter with a dragon as a player, and now one encounter with a dragon as the DM. And both times, that dragon got rode.
You gotta ride a dragon. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta get the
Was one
dragon
of
to the
them-
ground.
Road in more of a bardic sense.
No, same concept. Same concept.
I think that's just a guy thing. You guys see a dragon and you go, I'm gonna ride that.
Everybody's on the ground swinging their little swords up in the air.
Yeah, we'll see if he's willing to get that close to Kimbo next time. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to figure it out.
If there
These
is a next time.
crossbows, do they shoot people?
I don't think you're gonna fit through a 1-foot slit.
That'd be so funny though.
Thanks for playing, everybody.
That charm beast or dominate beast is pretty sick there, Steve. We'll get
Sounds
you
like
to
you're
get
gonna
that
get
off.
another chance to use it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make sure you get that off here next time.
maybe we can.
I'm gonna
stealth
use it on the next most insignificant beast I see.
There's a cockroach.
Next fucking
You
squirrel.
get, trying to remember because you
Try
get
it out.
charges on that, and I think they regenerate too, right?
I don't know. It just says one charge.
It's like reset every day or anything.
No idea.
We're gonna like stealth you in with our boots of Elvenkind that we've totally used.
Starts with 3 magical charges. You can expend 1 charge to cast Dominate Beast without knowing the spell or using a spell slot. And then you regain 1d3 expended charges daily. So you can cast it 3 times per day,
1d3?
conceivably. Yeah, 1d3, so it's a d6. And then,
Divided by 2, rounded up.
yeah, 1 and 2 count as 1, 2 and 3 count as 3. Or, no, I'm sorry, I'm doing that wrong. 1.
Yeah, 1 and 2 count as 1. 2 and 3 count as 2.
That doesn't make sense.
No. Divided by 2 rounded up is correct.
Nice. 1, 2 is 1. 2, 3 is, or
No,
3,
3,
4
4
is 2.
is 2.
And 5, 6
There,
is 3.
there.
Yeah.
We kept double counting 3.
Oh, I was like, what is going on? My brain is being turned
They do
inside
make
out
a
right now.
3-sided die, though. Oh, this
Just
one's
did those
kinda
3-sided
pretty.
coins.
I'm glad we had the whole group back today. It was fun playing with everyone
Yeah.
again.
And sorry for dragging the dragon up where it was inaccessible. Just trying to lure it away from all the villagers.
I believe Kimbo bears some responsibility there as well.
I thought we were just hanging. I thought we were hanging on the side of the cliff, like up in the cliff. So I was like, this bastard's gonna fall, and we're both gonna die.
I immediately run to take it the opposite way, and then all 4 of you get its attention back towards that guy.
Yeah, you made a good
I
effort.
said I was sorry.
Too much animal brain.
You didn't mean to.
I've
I
been
was thinking-
cooking up this scheme since last Wednesday, so I'm glad it worked. I'm sorry it worked a little bit, but I'm also kind of glad it worked.
I think I'm gonna go to fall asleep tonight dreaming about Professor White Pebble extending the Arkenstone towards the cone of frost, the frost breath.
Sucked in.
I'm gonna go to bed thinking of what he would do if he got knocked out and fell down the chimney like he planned.
I'm
Where are
going
you
to,
going with that?
All damage 5e, 1d6 for every 10 feet.
Oh yeah, he'd have been dead, wouldn't he? 'Cause he only had
Probably
1 hit
would've been
point at the
dead.
time.
Well, I would have already been dead.
He would have been unconscious and he would have fell to his
Oh,
death.
It would have been, let's say 11 damage. So I think you'd have been
You do.
okay. I think
don't
you'd have been
understand
okay.
how to damage. I was conceptualizing it as you guys could go inside and resuscitate me, but that would have been a fairly significant journey to undertake.
The only
For one of
issue
you
would have
guys.
been
Get
because
there.
your total HP is
38.
38.
Yeah.
So if that 11 damage added up with the damage that you took to
To
be
fall.
over 38,
Yeah.
then you would have skipped right past death saves and been insta dead. If you take over your total HP damage negative, so it had to been 39 or higher
Yeah.
from the attack and the fall. But you were probably fine. You were probably
Yeah.
fine.
A frost breath would have been okay. Something physical that I didn't have resistance to could have been worse.
Yeah, exactly.
But still, somebody would have had to go get me inside, which I didn't really think about the fact that chimney led out upstairs inside, so far away from where everybody actually was. Everybody being,
that would have been
Yeah.
a sad death. You just fail your saving throws up in that fireplace by yourself.
in a dark.
That would have been sad.
Super sad.
All right, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, don't blame
Dead.
me. Thanks for hanging out.
Yes, thank
Thanks
you.
for playing, guys.
Pleasure.
Love you. Bye.
Love you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Hey guys.
Love you. Bye,
Yeah.
guys.
Love you, bye.
I'll do the same.
I'm gonna go check on Brittany. I don't know if I'll try to do Warzone tonight or not. We'll see how I feel. But
Yeah, I'm not sure whether I'm gonna stay up either.
okay.
I am shopping for suits for this wedding next month.
Gotta go to a wedding.
Better give us a good pick.
Well, I'll show you where I'm getting my suits from.
Whose wedding?
It's a old friend.
Old pal.
Yeah. Did that go through?
Yep.
That's what that was notifying me of earlier. I saw that. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys see that? Xbox is getting Discord.
Finally.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting. It's going to make crossplay for games like so much easier, especially like my buddy who plays on PlayStation. Like him and all his friends just use Discord because PlayStation already had Discord, and some of them are on the computer and whatever. And playing with your cell phone earbud in and a headset kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Papa Gorgio.
That's which one I should get?
That's the one.
Okay, where the hell
What's
is
the
it?
Papa Gorgio?
Link in our chat there. The Papa Gorgio.
Ooh, the Peacock player. It's
That's the
really
one I
good,
was
too.
looking
Yeah,
at.
that's really good.
Yeah.
That's so bad. That's
Wait,
the
in
worst suit
game
I've
chat
ever
or
seen. In
the
Facebook chat.
My
That is the
laptop
worst.
fan ran like crazy, but I was able to listen to music the whole way through without cutting off my camera from overheating my computer. So that's an improvement.
Excellent. Yeah. Good. news.
Papa Gorgio. Oh, they got suits that look like 90s?
The red and black lumberjack is always a good Canadian choice, right?
Yeah, it's not even like funny anymore. Everybody wears that for real.
Wow. Holy cringeworthy Budweiser.
They're so beautiful.
The Budweiser one is hilarious.
The Budweiser one is terrible. Like